do it manually that way.
Delete. Nope. Nope. Pressing all the wrong buttons.
White side. Oh, I see
Yes,
walk.
it is
I see
KDY.
walk. I see Walkling.
Yep.
And there
Can you let us know about those light side effects when you get a chance, Dan? He's got them stacked really tight. We see Walkling on top, but can't catch the other two. You got a figure
Is that
for something like that? Oh, there it goes. Must be allowed to speak.
farm
And
puller and
unsurprising.
strike
Yeah, I was
planning.
gonna say, I bet we could piece it together if we
Yeah.
use our brains here, because those are pretty obvious ones. The Mon Mothma is the person you really want. A couple generals are really good. Strike planning is just a good card.
I think
Start with two extra cards in your hand.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Yeah, farm puller is really standard as well. You're already running your Luke, Leia, Lando, Chewie generally. So why not get some freeze use piles, poles, and an extra download of a site just to get you off the ground a little bit faster. The objective, of course, pulls sites, but being able to do 2 turn 1 just accelerates your force, ramps you up a lot quicker.
I'm a little surprised that Amar isn't starting You'll Be Dead for the.
Yeah, the KDY does seem a really weird choice to me. That's the
damage.
one that seems out of place to me. I mean,
most of the versions I've seen of
what
this
system
deck
is he pulling? You know, usually you just want to flip the objective and turn the boo into your battleground. So we'll see where the KDY goes for him. Oh, the other card to note, of course, is Droid Rax comes with the invasion objective.
Apparently, we're hearing a Fondor or Coral Ag.
Yeah, but you pull those cards for free with the other one. Established control.
Established control will get those for free, so it's probably not one of those.
One more system, like.
Oh, he plays both of them.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Well, then
there'll be a
lot of systems on table this game.
Yeah, it seems weird. You'd think a deck focused on battle droid blaster rifles would want more sights than systems.
Maybe it's more of a
Starship
build.
Interesting. He's got the droid starfighters as well in there, so that's what he's doing. That makes a lot more sense now, because he's got the droid starfighter cannons as well. I think those things are also Destiny 6, aren't they?
They're really high Destiny, yeah.
I'm going to look those up real quick.
we have this right here.
Oh, okay, there you go. You can pop over there if you can handle that mouse.
The droids. Yeah, they are. Yep, Destiny 6.
Yep, Destiny 6.
And target any starship for 2 force and just Destiny greater than defense value. If Destiny +1 greater than defense, it's power 0.
If Destiny +1 equals defense value, so if you miss it by 1, you make them power 0. If you get greater than their defense value.
But if you hit it exactly, it does nothing.
It doesn't do anything. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
All right. So our strike planning pools, Mothma, and I can't quite make out the other one.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see him in a second.
I'm guessing that's the Mighty of the Republic probably pulled the Leia.
I would expect so. Which probably implies he's got Bail in hand, because I think Bail's usually the first guy you want to take with Might.
I think that's probably a good assumption.
Blockade Flagship Bridge comes down from hand. Amar does a search.
Oh, Kraken is the other general.
For a site with his objective. Yep, Kraken, there you go. I knew we'd see him soon.
Verifying fact that is Leia and Mothma and Kraken.
I mean, Amar, I think, is recently back to the game, so a couple of these cards might be new to him. Can't fault the guy for just double checking the text.
He's playing that to pull at least 2 systems. This must be a much heavier space.
Yeah, he's got to be running some heavy space. He's putting 2 systems out for sure.
Maybe playing that effect allows for getting results to try to.
Yeah, the search and destroy for space.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty spicy.
Tehal obviously can also be a huge player in a matchup like this.
He whiffed on his site pull. No Naboo sites. Although maybe he doesn't run any. Who knows? Amar makes some interesting decks. He's a very unique deck builder for sure.
I bet you he runs the throne room. Just give him like the
option.
Option of flipping.
There.
but maybe that's his only one. So then maybe he activated it. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find out shortly. He did. I did see him flick. I think it was Sil Unch to the front of his hand, like that was going to be his
Right, we're
Nemodium
getting
pull.
some confirmation. People that have played against Amar before on Gimp. So keep him from anything in space. Use the effect that ping is one. Yeah, search and destroy for space. Last we're getting results. Oh,
Yeah,
it's it's just a space deck. Oh, so you
yeah,
just
that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if Amar just didn't put the throne room in his deck. It seems like something that he would do, and
uh,
that's Sil Unch coming out.
is that is that lunch or
Looked like it to me. I don't know these all these Nemodians look the same, Tim.
it's either Slunch or Tay Hao.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be Tehao, but it looked like
The
Slunch.
name looks like it might be. Well, I really can't tell.
Maybe it was Tehao. I could be wrong. I got their pictures backwards.
All right, Dan tells us it's Tay Hao, so that's the good one.
Yeah,
That
I got the
can
pictures
that
wrong.
can
Yeah.
reduce loss from force range within 2 parsecs, I believe, of Naboo. So that
As
would
much as I hate to say it, he reminds me of Snap.
so that includes Tatooine, and it'll include Fondor, which comes out now. So any drains, any of those other two systems
Hmm.
right now, Amar can just use force to reduce them completely.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. He even reaches Tatooine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Spending force equal to the drain.
There's a droid starfighter with the cannons.
Making him read that one.
What's he got in his hand? That's a battle.
Blaster
There's
rifle 2
there's
accelerates.
the battle droid
Yeah, it looked like it might have
rifle.
been a B4 battle droid, or B2 battle droid, and a Nemodian or something maybe. But yeah, so I think what Amar is really trying to do here is get the space search and destroy, I like to call it, into effect. At last we were getting results, I believe. Tim
Yeah,
came up with the name of it
yeah.
earlier, and what
I
that
think
does, you want to tell him?
yeah. It's just if you occupy two systems with a Trade Federation ship, an opponent does not occupy any battleground systems. That's ping each player's turn.
Every
On
draw
force
phase,
site,
just like search and destroy.
just like
Yep.
search and destroy. So first he's going to have to deal with the Tantive and
Yeah, so
whatever
as long as the Tantive is alive, it's
whatever
not doing
other
anything.
ships. Diplo will usually play like Bright Hope's usually in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bright Hope. What else do they run?
sometimes I think
Sometimes the Spiral, maybe. I don't
Spiral
know.
maybe Masanya maybe
I feel like they run a couple kind of medium-sized ships.
maybe the new
I've seen
way.
versions that run
I
squadron
I
assignments
think
as
I see
well.
I think I see Gold Leader and Gold One in
This isn't one
there.
of them. Yeah, Gold Leader and Gold One wouldn't surprise me at all.
There's the
And there's
Bright.
the Bright Hope. Yeah, we're getting a pretty good look at his deck here. Oh, I saw the
Is it
Obi and
maybe
Radiant 7, I think.
maybe a Corvette because Radis pulls a
Yeah,
Corvette,
it could
right?
be just a generic, non-unique one. I did see the Radiant 7 in there, I swear.
Obi and Radiant Seven
So it could have been Obi and Radiant 7,
probably to
yeah.
stop cloaking. But, yeah, the droid laser cannons can shoot any starship, capitals or starfighters. It just has to be greater than defense value. Most of those ships we're talking about actually have very low defense
Yeah, they're
values,
only 3s and 4s and
and
stuff.
he's going to be drawing eights with his
Yeah, yeah.
with his battle droid cannons anyway. So pretty much home one is the only one that'll be totally safe.
So that's
So
what's the name of that system? Mon Mothma's system,
Chandrilla,
That's it. Thank you. Chandrilla comes out at Parsec 4. That's kind of the intermediate stopping point.
for the
You also get a bit of extra. I think you
yeah,
get
so we
+2
should
generation to control with the capital.
Bright +2 generation. Yeah, so we probably want to talk about Diplo's game plan here. Is they want to deliver the stolen data tapes to Alderaan, which then once they take it there, they get to upload any card from their deck, and then they usually try to go to site and systems
Yep,
to
get to a site in the system after the
flip,
plans are completed. That
flip,
flips them, and they get all sorts of benefits: bonus
there's
battle destinies,
there's
retrieval.
Captain Antilles going on the TANF just like in the movies.
Yep. He goes down for a mere 1 force,
Yeah, I
and
believe that's
I
what
believe gives him some immunity and a draw if unable to otherwise.
I think he might make him immune to lateral too.
I think you're right. He does.
He-
He does protect him from lateral and attrition less than 4.
Yeah, I feel like we need one of those memes of Robin Williams. What year is it with a invasion in Diplo with towards the top tables of worlds?
Yeah.
But
And of course, the move to Chandrilla is free from Tatooine's text.
yeah, light side ships can move away for nothing. So they're moving to Chandrilla. So again, Amar doesn't really have to go there if he doesn't want to. He can reduce the the force loss from the force strain there. All right, so I guess he moves to Chandrilla, then passes it off to Amar.
And crazy Carlosu is making a prediction that Ant-Man is going to factor in big for Bill Pittman here, and he could be right about that.
Does that subtract from Starship Weapons? I know he makes them
Makes him spend one.
pay more to fire.
Yeah, it does something.
Let's have something else to Starship Weapons.
Yeah.
Destiny draws are minus
So,
one for
so spend one,
for
then
Starship
Weapon
Weapons.
draws -1. Cool.
I mean, so
So yeah,
those
both
eights
those.
those eights may become sevens. That might be a big problem for Amar. All right, there's the core lag, as was predicted in chat. So tons of systems on table. Well, I believe this will probably be the last one. So, and what's that? Oh, there's the throne room. So
Okay. Yep.
I was right with that prediction.
You nailed it.
He does have the ability to
Yeah, it
flip
seems really like, why would you not?
that Weez would turn Naboo into a battleground. So
Yeah, at least you can get that drain to 2 and stuff. Yeah.
train for 2 there if you want to. How many more Nemoians does he play? Though I have no idea.
Well, I'm sure he's got at least a new gunray in there. Who's the good
Nope.
pilot one? Rune Hako? No, not Rune Hako.
I think Dalte Dauphin.
Dalte Dauphin, yeah. He's probably got a Dalte in there as well.
Yeah. What are the systems? So right to left, we have Alderaan, Korlag, Chandrilla, and then Fondor and Tatooine.
Naboo's there as well, just covered
Naboo,
by the
Naboo
objective.
obviously is in the very middle, covered up by the objective.
That's covered by the objective, of course, because the front side says the icons are canceled on light side's Naboo.
Correct. And they will stay that way until Amar decides to
Fondor
control
lag.
the throne room with Nemoians. It looks like Amar's doing nothing else. Still playing kind of conservative, probably looking for some more ships because I'm assuming the whole goal of this deck is to knock the opponent out of space to set up Outlaster getting results. So he needs probably more ships and weapons to do that. Oh, and there's the failure at the cave V shield. A little bit paranoid about Grimtash. I guess that makes some sense.
Yeah, yeah.
With a deck like
There's
this.
a lot of duplicates in here.
We're playing a lot of multiples. Maybe me above 12 here. Who knows? A little hard to see what else is in his hand at this point. See some green. Oh, maybe drawing some more here. And Bill is going to put out the grabber. I would imagine our artillery is probably a pretty likely inclusion in a deck like this for Dark Side.
I mean, it's usually going to either be that or you'll be dead. A lot of people, you're not going to run both, right? So I feel like it's going to be one or the other.
You're right. You'll be dead. Might be a better call.
But again, it's hard that we haven't seen much of his deck, so we don't know how heavily he's split between ground and space, because he obviously has both.
Yeah, those B2 battle droids are so strong. I can't imagine with droid racks you wouldn't not play them at all.
Yeah, we saw some blaster rifles and a B2 in his hand for sure, so he's definitely got some.
Drop them like Power 4, draw Destiny by themselves. They add them into attrition, then just go back to the racks. You just cycle. Like that's,
and if that Destiny's an 8, like you're clearing a couple things.
Looking through his deck for a Tatooine location, there's Mos Eisley with his objective. Looks like a pretty standard.
Yep,
Diplo
nothing
build,
too crazy in there.
Lower ability rebels,
more schmoopy kind of rebel
ships,
guys,
so
and some of the stronger.
Hadrix is in his deck. That's interesting to know.
Some of the stronger republics.
Yeah.
Mos Eisley, of course, half of the Cantina Shuffle.
Yeah, both players seem a little hesitant to go to battlegrounds early.
I'll reach past you, grab my water here.
And there's the man, the myth, the legend, the Bail Organa, which will definitely put a crimp in Hamar's plan to shoot.
Yeah, he just straight up says they can't be targeted, right?
Yeah. So,
not like a cancel a draw or anything. Just you can't shoot at me at all.
Will not be able to be targeted by weapons. That may set things back for Amar a little bit. I'm not sure what else he has in terms of ways to add power and battle destinies or anything like that.
So I think generally the ideal play here is to have a second starship you can play to Chandrilla, pop the droids on board, and just send the droids to Alderaan, so that you don't have to spend a turn with
Right, right,
your Tantive
right.
4
Yeah,
parked at a non-battleground.
that's a pretty common play. Yeah, to play two capital ships and have the
But looking at
actually.
Bill's, hey, we got a good look at Bill's hand here, and
I see gold
gold leader and
leader.
gold one's not enough to
So
do it.
Luke Rebel Scout
Well, I guess
V
you could ship dock to gold leader
coming down
gold
to
one,
Mos
yeah.
Eisley, so he's at least satisfying battle battle orders out
Mm-hmm.
for dark side. So although we're only threatening one damage right now because of Tay Hao.
Okay, so
So
that was his used pile pull from Luke there.
did you happen to see what he
I didn't
where,
quite catch it. It's the last card in his hand right now. Oh, it was the... No, it wasn't that. So he
yeah.
does indeed play the gold leader to send the droids to Alderaan.
Okay, well, it was in his hand before too.
And then so spend some more
Another
force, another
used
use
ball
pile
pull.
pull. We'll see what he gets this
Oh,
time.
he's
Dodge.
looking like getting dodge. Oh,
Narrow escape.
see how much force he has left. Looks like it's like about 4.
So yeah, dodge is good if you don't consolidate your guys. Narrow escape's good if you do.
Oh, it's 5 force saved, right? Thanks, Dan. I see a lot of characters in there. I see there's an escape pod combo if you want, if you're worried about Halgix.
So going for the
That
narrow
was
escape,
narrow
which kind of
escape.
tells me he might consolidate his guys, but I guess it
That's
still
like
works if they're
stunning.
alone as well.
That's like stunning leader.
It cancels a battle where you have a rebel of ability greater than 2 by moving all of them away at normal use of the force.
It doesn't have, but it doesn't have to be interior like stunning leader, does it?
Oh, does it have to be interior?
No, I'm just, I know it's like stunning leader, but I don't think it's. I think it's, I think it's not limited like stunning
Yeah.
leader.
If you have a rebel ability greater than 2, move all your cards with ability there away using their land speed.
Okay, so it's from any site. Okay, yeah. All right, so now we're doing some ship docking fun. I'm sure to get the data tapes on Gold Leader.
Yep.
With them go to Alderaan. They're delivered. Now he gets any card he wants out of his reserve deck, and Rebels should control a site in his system, which would then flip his objective.
Which then he's already pulled 2 cards he wanted from use pile. Now he's going to pull any card he wants from reserve deck as well. Which I believe is what he's actually doing right now. He's flipping through his reserve deck.
I think that's right.
Yeah, we can see him down there in the bottom left of your screen. Get these lines out of the way.
And going.
Taking the... Okay,
going
so
back,
actually, I didn't catch
that?
that he deployed Tatooine
Oh,
Celebration as well.
that,
So the Tantive moves back to Tatooine to prevent that from being canceled by just deploying a ship to Tatooine.
that's smart. All right, so yeah, he moves back to
So
Tatooine.
yeah, Bill's already
He has
really
Celebration in
strongly set
effect.
up here.
So, I mean, he has almost no loss pile, so Celebration technically isn't really doing much at the moment.
But, yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, he'll be pushing through. Well, currently just I guess 2 damage. Oh no, Bale's out. So wherever he has an Alderanian,
Right, so that's
it's
Leia's going
+1.
to drain
So
+1,
so
and
two
the
and
system's
two
going
and
to drain
two
+1.
at the Dune Sea in the system, but
Yeah, he's representing a pretty significant
Tehao
amount of...
will reduce the Tatooine system drain most likely. So we're looking at 2 and 1 coming on the ground.
For turn 2, though, I mean, he's
so whereas
decent position.
Amar is not pushing through any damage at all as of yet. He was just took his last turn to build his hand basically. All right, now he's going to put out some shields. Say secret plans.
Yep, wisely putting out secret plans.
It's like, is he shield busted now?
It looks like
think,
4
I
of
think
them,
I see
yeah.
4. I don't know if I didn't see a cold feet play. I don't think. I think I see you'll be dead there. So.
Yep, you'll be dead.
So he definitely
the bottom of his reserve
definitely has that ability to ping.
Yeah, so I imagine
ping
we're not
blasters
going
on
to
the
see
ground.
any retrieval or any artilleries, Imperial artillery. So yeah, we'll see how Amar wants to react to this, because I mean he's just got, his starting ship, a guy, and another ship sitting at a non-battleground system.
He's clearly building up his hand.
Yeah, he's definitely building his hand up. He's not doing much yet.
Is he trying to attack on ground or in space? You think? What do you think?
I mean, ground is the better opportunity. It looks to me it's weaker down there. But of course, we know he's got the narrow escape.
Right. Amar doesn't know
I
that.
mean, space,
It
he's got a
seems
lot of forfeit
it seems
fodder.
like Amar wants to take space more, and I would
Yeah,
imagine,
his deck seems like it would
and
more
imagine
want
he
to
wants
go
to cancel.
after him in
I'm sure he
space.
wants to get rid of Celebration. But that's a fairly loaded ten if it's got what Antilles
Good
on
look
it,
at his
Bale, and
hand.
probably Mon Mothma. I
It's
think
got
at
a
this point.
force push. Yeah, yeah. It's got and Chad is there too. Remember or not Chad?
Yeah,
Yeah, Antilles.
and,
That's the guy I'm thinking of.
yeah. So that's
Yeah, so
even if not a lot of power, that's a lot of forfeit
yeah, a lot of forfeit
and
and extra destiny.
two
Yeah,
battle destinies showing in space. So and Amar cannot fire any of his many weapons at at the ship because of Bail Organa. I wonder if he has any tech for that. Possibly a set for
set for
stun.
stun.
Set for stun.
Be about the only thing I could think
That's
of.
about the only thing. You're not
Some
playing.
way to cancel his text, maybe.
You're not playing Darth Vader's custom tie in this deck. That would cancel it.
He's looking at the Leia.
Oh, so he's
Yeah, she doesn't draw on her own,
implying that he
so
wants to attack there. That was like the B2
yeah, I'm guessing that's a B2.
super battle droid, which is 4 power,
Yep, Dan says it's a B2.
and there's got the Destiny 8 rifle on him. So we know that Bill has the narrow escape, so he can just run away to the farm, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Amar's got an inconsequential barriers in his hand, but I don't think that works
Oh, and
against
there's
narrow escape.
Lord Sidious. Doesn't that what you exclude somebody in when you're playing
With the Trade Federation objective,
when you're
yeah.
playing Invasion? Yeah.
If your objective has the Trade Federation icon, I think he does. Yep. Oh, it's
Only when opponent
when
initiates.
opponent
Okay.
initiates battle.
So he can't be. Yeah, that gets to be a little bit too good if you use it offensively. But
That would be really strong. You're right.
all right. So we're probably gonna see a battle here, but I'm kind of predicting the narrow escape gets played, but we will we will see. Oh, I see. Looking for an effect. Accelerate to pool. Oh, there is the you'll be dead. So I'm assuming that's about to hit the table. So as soon as if he does narrow escape away, he'll at least be threatening ping damage with the battle droid blaster rifle.
Yeah, yeah, Marvel. Finally have a location and some presence on a battleground and threatening some damage.
Although Leia moving over would then be threatening Adrena 2 at whatever site she goes to. I would imagine the moisture farm, but
Yeah, I think I would send her to the moisture farm, just
right,
push some more damage through, but
yeah.
maybe it's better to keep her with Luke and set up a Cantina Shuffle next turn. So then you're safer. You can still drain at two sites and have your guys consolidated. Instead of having Leia stranded way out there in left field. But I mean, that's also
Right.
an easily
There's the one
solvable
force.
problem. But
There's the one force to battle, and there's narrow escape. I think Blaster Controls cancels that. Is there any other canceler?
no, he's got inconsequential, or they're still coming through in his hand, but that cancels other cards that
Yeah,
aren't that one.
barrier,
It's a trap.
smoke screen.
Yeah.
It's a trap. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Blast door controls does cancel narrow escape.
I think narrow escape does count.
It doesn't say react on it.
It doesn't.
This is a premier card. They might have even thought of reacts back then.
Oh, sense says react on it though.
Oh, you're right. Like I said, the card I looked it up. It didn't say react.
It is not a react. Yeah, that's right. So, no, that's not. So yeah, I think Blaster Controls is the only hard bullet for that card.
I think you might be right. I can't think of any others.
I
Though
suppose.
I think they're actually asking now if it's a react.
I suppose we could do that. Oh, yep. According to Scomp Link, yes, Blast Door Controls is the only hard counter for that card. So she does go to the Moisture Farm. So now let's present Samar with an interesting question. Do you move over to block the Draina 2? I kind of think you do.
I think so. Yeah, I think 100% you do
do.
move over, block that drain.
Hey, we got
Especially with
hey,
Sidious there, because what's he gonna do? Come back and counter beat you? You could exclude somebody.
Hey, we got the rolling right too, Dan. Don't need to cast aspersions on our commentary team here. we got, we both got it. All right, so he is going to move over and consolidate in front of in front of Leia. So,
Yeah, I think that's the play, especially with
so,
Sidious there. Like I said, it makes
so
it really
yeah,
hard to counterattack when you can just pick a
you
guy
block
and
you
say,
block the
not him.
so I yeah block the drain to two, and if he does decide to fight, then he can immediately exclude somebody. Like I think he's
Yeah,
feeling pretty good,
I like that play.
feeling
Yeah.
pretty good about that. So now Bill's going to be threatening 3 damage, but he's going to reduce
Yeah, you got him. Yeah, that
two of it with
Mars safe
Tejo.
too. So yep,
So
just one gets through.
Mars doing pretty well. It looks like a Wii map hits the lost pile.
17 in the force pile for Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of force icons on the
Yeah.
table this game. We got a
There
dozen
aren't.
locations out there.
Yeah. Activation is rarely a problem in modern Star Wars CCG.
And he spends 2 to retrieve 1 with celebration.
No,
Because even though there's
why
only
not?
1 card in lost pile, you still have to pay the amount you were slated to
Yeah, yeah, that's
retrieve.
correct. All right. Looking his reserve, I guess, with his objective. I think he can still pull those sights on the 7 side,
You can,
but it looks like
yes.
the cantina is not there.
Yeah, the
That
pulling
one, the
sites
one
is
downside of activating
for remainder of game.
17 forces.
Yeah,
You're more likely to activate
significantly increases
those
your chances of
those
whiffing.
those key cards. Hey, he's got use pile pools potentially to help take it out too.
Yeah, he's burned Luke and Leia, but he's still got Chewie and Lando. And I know I did see a screaming Lando in his deck or hand somewhere.
Still got the Kraken in hand. Try to see what other people he's got there. Oh, Ahsoka's in the reserve deck. That's a pretty strong character.
So being flipped, Diplo retrieves a force for winning battles, and it
That's right.
adds to your total battle destiny for each battleground location controlled by a rebel of ability less than 4.
I think it's Occupy.
Occupied?
Yeah, I think it's Occupy. Yeah. So
I thought I had it, and now you're making me doubt myself. So I
yeah,
gotta look it up.
that's, I think it's yeah. ROPS does the same thing, right? Pretty sure.
Occupied, you're correct.
So
Yeah, you're right. It's the same text as ROPS.
White side would get +2 in their total battle destiny right now. I'm not predicting a battle here per se, but
No, I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see.
but it looks like Bill's really kind of thinking here. Try to come up with
Yeah, I think he really would have liked that Cantina just to up his damage and
yeah,
retrieval
but
potential
you
a
can't
bit more.
you can't just scoop his whole force pile here though.
No, I think you drop some. If he's got a Lando or Chewie, especially, you just
All
drop some
right,
guys and hope to fish it out of use.
there's Vandam Willard. I believe he is also a
I believe he is as well, right? Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Alderaanian, so that's another drain bonus with Bale. That's a solid. It also lets you cycle cards.
Yeah, he's got like a 3PO kind of
Yeah,
text.
yeah. He's like 3PO. Oh, there's
And
the
there's
Lando.
Lando
Okay,
for the
so
use pile pull.
let's look for that cantina now.
Yeah, it was just, I gotta imagine he's going for the Cantina. Oh no.
What's that top
Or is
card
it the
there?
top card? Yeah, it is the top card. Okay.
I think he got it.
Yeah, I think it was the top card there. He just ignored it for a second when rifling through. I was like, oh, maybe it's not the Cantina on top. But yeah, the Cantina is going to come down here, I have to imagine.
All right, so now he's really setting up what the deck is set up to do is get up that cantina. I'm also has the cantina shuffle going, push through damage of at least 2 and 2 with those sides.
And so for those who don't know, for new players in the chat, the Cantina Shuffle is using the text on Moss Eisley to move your characters in the control phase between the Cantina and the Moss Eisley site itself. It's really good because you can keep all your guys consolidated at one location, so they're a lot more power, a lot tougher to battle. But then in the control phase, you can split them up between 2 different locations to drain at both locations, retrieve 2 at both those locations for celebration, and then you just move them back again in the control phase after you've done both drains and reconsolidate. It counts as their regular move for the turn, so those guys won't be able to move again. But very powerful. If your opponent doesn't realize it, they can just be thinking they're sitting at an empty cantina, and then all of a sudden 5 guys bum rush in the control phase, and now you're looking at all this power came out of nowhere and they're deploying on top of it. Yeah, Cantina Shuffle's very strong.
Yeah, it can be very hard for Darkseid to deal with because you have to deal with every person at 2 locations.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like your characters are all pulling double duty basically, and so very strong.
Still a pretty healthy force pile there. I'm not sure. I guess what do you do with Leia here? I guess
I think you just run her back to the Dune Sea,
you just run,
or you can pop her up, suck her up to the ship,
or you can shuttle her up. If you leave, you concede what drain of one and the damage of one,
Yeah, I, mean,
but that's not that's
I
but you
don't want to.
retrieve
I don't want to fight Dooku
but
though. Do you?
you're retrieving so much force, so yeah, it really doesn't matter. You'll be retrieving at least two
Exactly. Let him
next
cause the damage.
next
Probably even 3 if Leia still occupies
if
the Dune
I mean
Sea.
if Leia stays there. But all right,
And then it looked like he.
gold leader in gold one, moving from Alderaan to Coralag, setting up another.
I feel like Amara's going to jump all over that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a vulnerable system there.
And it's sitting in Bill's chair right now, looking at it from his perspective, like he probably has no idea what the hell Amara's trying to do. He's never read a Droid Star. He had to pick that card up when he played it. He doesn't know what a Droid Starfighter laser cannon does.
I think that thing is only maneuver three. I
The
think.
Gold Leader? Yeah, Gold Leader's got crap for maneuver. I'm almost certain you're right. It is a 3, yeah.
Oh, it's
So no
not.
problem hitting that. It doesn't even draw on its own either, does it?
Why does Jan think Amar has space? Well, I'm assuming he plays the last we're getting results, which would imply that he needs multiple Trade Federation starships.
I haven't been looking at his hand, Nick. I thought he. I kind of assumed he had some Droid Starfighters and stuff.
I think I've seen some other blue. I thought I saw some other blue in his deck.
Yeah, Nick is of course right. There isn't any space in his hand, so maybe we've entirely misjudged his deck.
So maybe all that talk about the last we're getting results was not correct. That's interesting. Okay, so it's more of a battle droid. Destiny 8, you'll be dead.
Yeah, which is what I was expecting until we started seeing these crazy
have,
droid starfighters and stuff, and the lack of sights and
may
the
have got
extra
some
systems.
faulty.
Why is he playing so many systems with so little space? I've just got a lot of questions about this deck, I guess.
You may have got some bad information earlier, but
He does have the force push though, so we'll see what he pulls out of
see
the force pile here
a
if he wants
force
something
pile
to.
here. It's more rifles. There they are. Pulls the battle droids. More rifles.
Looked like he made a decision there. I didn't see what card. Yeah, not a lot of blue in there at all.
Oh yeah, so it looks like this is a very heavy.
Yeah, I think you're right, Nick. We just
ground.
saw his reserve deck and his force pile, and I didn't see any droid starfighters.
Okay.
So I think you're right. He just has the one for putting the guns on it and cycling it. Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Nick has a much better grasp on this deck than apparently I do.
Gotcha. Thanks, Nick, for the insider baseball there a little bit. So is this still his force pile here?
No, his force power and reserve deck are both on the table. It's just his hand in his hand, I think. He's got a lot of force here still, so I mean.
So this is so he probably wants to attack Leia again. I'm guessing.
Yeah, Leia's the best target on the ground. Like you obviously don't want to be running
right.
into Luke and screaming Lando.
Ward Maul with lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else gonna join this party? Oh, U3PO at the cantina. So anticipating the cantina shuffle.
Yep.
Gonna block the drain of the cantina. That's very useful.
Which is good because he is busted out of resistance right now.
And there's the OW01 with backup, I believe.
Yep, that guy's quite good.
He needs one more battle droid to draw two if unable to otherwise.
The other thing OW01 does is drains -1 adjacent sites.
Yes, the built-in projection kind of thing at adjacent sites. So that's a very...
And barrier comes out on the OW01, it looks like, and then gets canceled by the inconsequential.
He had their still
coming through in their hand. Yeah, he still had that in his hand.
All right.
And the blaster goes down on.
So Ant-Man comes out to make him pay one more for
as soon as Amar deployed that blaster on OW01, the Ant-Man hit the table.
So still what, like, there's like 13 power now for Amar, I think. Is it 7 and 6?
I think you're right. I think it is 7 and 6, yeah.
I think we're battling here. Swinging with the lightsaber, so she's hit, forfeit 0. We'll see if there's a Halgix coming. His Till of Battle Destiny will be +3.
Wounded Warrior.
Wounded Wookiee. Is that
if he doesn't have the Halgix, that's going to be really brutal.
Does that make her power 0?
Power 0 may not apply ability towards drawing Battle Destiny.
Well, she still draws from her game text though.
Yeah.
She draws if unable to.
But yeah, power 0 can't apply ability. It's an excellent card.
But he had the Haltrix.
Yeah,
Very fortunate for Bill.
kind of saw that one coming. Yeah.
So no harm, no foul. No, Amar's probably thinking about grabbing that because he knows he's about to get
Yeah, that's
it
what I was
back.
about. I thought Bill might be already putting his walking out of play to get it back again.
I think that's probably a good grab here.
Yeah, so we'll see if Amar grabs it, and if
He
he
has
doesn't grab it, if Bill decides to retrieve it. He's spending the one. Yep.
he's gonna snag it. So yeah, he would definitely be getting it back incredibly quickly. So
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
so
Even if he
now,
didn't walkling it back, it probably just comes back anyways with the massive celebration retrieval. I guess
uh,
not as massive
all
now that
right.
Leia's dead.
So now the Cantina Shuffle is almost shut down because with the
Yeah, yeah.
U3PO
Amar's actually
stops the
pretty
drain,
effectively kind of moving in
and
on
uh, and that,
Tatooine here.
and that would be a drain to him most isolated, but it's -1 because of the battle droid. So it's really only a drain of one, and then all the drains in space he can reduce with Teihao. So he's actually very effectively shutting down almost all of Bill's damage right now.
And Nick points out I misinterpreted the Wounded Warrior situation earlier. He was just using the use function to cancel Leia's text, which makes sense because he hit him with
that's
the lightsaber, and he can't play Wounded Warrior
right,
with the
right. That's
lightsaber
much
hit.
that does prevent her from drawing.
Yeah,
Then, yeah,
yeah. Which
that's
is
that's that's
that makes a lot more sense.
that,
Thanks again,
that
Nick, for the correction.
that's makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so that's why Omar didn't lose anything. So a lot of momentum does seem to be kind of coming Amar's way at the moment. Even
Yeah, no, he's pretty effectively kind of moved in on Tatooine there. I like what he's done because he's got the drain -1 from the OWO1 hitting Moss Eisley, and he's got
U3PO
U3PO shutting down the cantina. So he has countered this cantina shuffle setup pretty well.
threatening to push through, I believe, 4 damage right now at the 2 Tatooine sites against Bill. Right here come the drains in space that he's just going to reduce with Teihao. Right now, we shuffle over and
Be
do a
5 with the pings, yeah.
and celebration for 2.
Yep, and now Bill's realizing the force drain -1 text.
Yep. That's true. Amara's paying for drains, but I mean it's only 6, and
Yeah, and he could.
he's activating what 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
I was expecting the
I
guys.
think he's activating 19, 20.
Yeah, he's activating a ton of force.
I think it's 20 force.
So I mean, as long as he's able to keep his life force high enough, I think he'll be okay. And at some point, he's going to move the blockade flagship out as well.
I'm not so sure. I feel like if they're doing no damage to you and you're just shutting down all their drains,
Yeah, at this point,
why
not this.
change
I'm
the
saying
stats?
at some point in the future,
Yeah,
if he starts getting tight on force and needs to,
yeah.
there's lots of systems
The
to
only
run
the
to.
only way that Bill can damage him is on the ground right now, and he's somewhat effectively dealing with that kind of as it
He is.
is.
You're right. Amar is.
So I mean, the Cantina now is
Like Bill got out of the gate a lot faster, but Amar's definitely done a pretty good job of, getting himself into a good position after that fast start that Bill had.
So Bill's probably trying to decide here. Well, so how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this lock? I assume he has some kind of answer
Yeah,
for
you
the
got to
cover
figure he's
splash.
got to answer for the U3PO in his deck somewhere. Corrin Horn or the new combo card or something.
Yeah, that's true. He does have no loss pile. Oh,
Yeah, it's not like Bill's up against the ropes here or anything.
I mean, it's still
He's
pretty.
just got to find a way to start pushing some damage is all.
It's still pretty early game.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's got no loss pile. Like, he's doing just fine, but his damage has been pretty effectively countered between U3PO, OWO1, and Teihao.
Yes, Teihao is
Those 3 cards are just taking away all of his potential damage.
doing a lot of work right now. Doing a lot of work. Looks like Bill does have a pretty sizable hand. Oh, I think I see a Jin Urso. That would
I
And
mean, I feel as
I would do a little
Bill, I
bit.
feel a lot better fighting Maul and OWO1 than I do fighting that Sidious that just takes
Yes,
somebody out of the battle.
Sidious is real.
So here,
There's the Jin. That'll knock off 1 point of
yep,
damage.
replies with an undercover spy of his own. How come that doesn't go to the farm?
The reach train's a 1. The
Oh, the
mi-
farm is -1.
yeah,
You're right. The virtual farm. Yeah,
unless he has a
yeah.
trooper or raider. I think Teihao is a much better card than 5d6. Yeah, yeah. 5d6 kind of had this. Was that Commander Nara
Commander Nara
coming
draws a
down
card for
to Naboo?
himself when you deploy him.
Yeah, why not go wide if you're Diplo? You get to
Yeah, yeah,
add
100%.
one of
I
your
agree.
battle destiny.
Like I said, he's just got to find a way to push some damage.
Amara won't be able to
But
attack every single site.
you're out of your Hujix now, so you got to be
Yep.
kind of
It's
careful doing
possible.
this. Like
It's
one of
possibly
those,
placed too.
it's possible. You're right.
But
Not likely.
but
I mean, it's not the most common thing to do. Play 2 Hujixes.
yeah, it's probably unlikely. But I think I've seen Diplo do it before.
Because I mean, yeah, those B2s, man,
Yeah,
they flip an
yeah,
8,
sure,
and
yeah.
that's a lot of damage.
All right, he's just going to draw now.
Well, it didn't really
Is
go
it?
very wide there.
All right, we'll see what Amara has up his sleeve. I see a lot of red in his hand. I'm not sure what he's got left. He's threatening 3 damage right now. If he just has to pay 3 for the 1 drain, then he'll push 2 more from You'll Be Dead. I don't think he has. I don't think he has that many more characters in his hand to fight with.
Talking about Amar?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a ton of red and green in that deck.
All right, that's the You'll Be Dead damage.
Does Maul add 1 to the force drains? Doesn't Lord
That's
Maul
right.
do that?
That's right. He does.
Yeah, so
That's why Jin
somebody
went.
pointed that out in chat.
Yeah, that's why Jin went there. Yeah. All right, another drain of 1. Oh, there's another Luke. Okay. All right, so let's see. Is he want to try to mess with the stuff in the cantina, or does he try to put the beats on Commander Nara? Right. If he only has the, if he's,
I see one character
if he
in
only has
there.
them way in hand, that he can't really do either. So do you move guys over? Try to put a little bit of pressure on the cantina shuffle.
Is that Dalte Dauphine, maybe?
Or maybe it was Slunch.
Slunch. So yeah, he's moving the ship out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Tatooine, wow.
Oh, it's Newt. Okay.
Newt, okay. So
Yeah,
Newt's probably adding a Destiny there.
that's the virtual one? I assume.
I would assume it has to be, yeah.
I'm assuming Teihao has
Okay, and then he shuttles up.
Trade Federation in lore. Okay, so that's threatening to Destiny in space.
Okay, maybe the reason they shuttled Sidious up is to get the Trade Federation
I
guy.
think Sidious is still down at the farm.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. That was the B2 he shuttled up.
Yeah, that's just for forfeit.
Yeah,
Consequential
forfeit
losses,
those guns.
silliness, and
Yeah.
+1 to attrition from the B2. And let's see what's going on. All right. This is interesting. The Maul is gonna move over to Mos Eisley, so you could get some action with the Cantina Shuffle. And OW1, I think, has to pay an extra force for 2 to move.
I think it was like +2 for him to move. Yeah.
And Jin is going to move over to the Moisture Farm. So this might be interesting next turn if.
So then he picks Sidious up after Jin moves over. I guess not much reason to keep him there if you're not force draining.
More, I guess, more forfeit fodder if you need it in space. I don't think you need that much forfeit fodder.
All right, well, I think we're going to see some action next turn. Very curious to see how Bill responds to these challenges Amar is putting in front of him.
Yeah, he can shuffle back over and celebrate for 2. Yeah, he can break Jin's cover in his deploy phase.
Yep, yep. Good point by Berm.
Another low ability rebel to occupy.
I mean, he could have done that if Sidious was there anyways, and then just shuttled her up or something.
He may want to keep. He may want to keep her alive to move back over and potentially block more drains, though.
Yeah, but if she dies, you get to see his hand.
True that. That's a definite possibility.
Yeah, yeah.
Definite-
That would be a
I,
pretty reasonable line of play, Nick.
I think he wants to try to fight a little bit in space here, potentially try to get through and cancel that
Well, I'm
celebration.
sure Bill would
And
love to take a crack at his space fleet. Like I feel like he's just got the stronger space cards in general. Like I think Amar's space mostly relies on just forfeiting a bunch of droids to the racks and
yeah,
a bunch of guns to the use
but
pile.
but I mean, drawing if he draws two destinies though, which he does with Newt, and they're like if he gets at least one of his eights, like
Yeah, yeah, that's true. If he flips
that's
two eights, that really can
that
swing things. Look at that deck. There's so many green cards.
yeah.
Like the destiny in this deck must be insane.
Is that the B two?
I think it's another
Yeah,
B2.
the B
Yeah,
two. Yeah, I think they're are they two? I think they're three dot. Are they
I
three
think they
dot
are
unique or
three dot.
are they two dot or three dot? Okay, so you can play. So you can play.
Yeah, I mean there
One of
they are.
those.
That's all it takes. A battle droid in
Yeah,
hand.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. I played a version of a deck like this
yeah,
years
they're
ago.
a three dot droid.
It's fun.
Yeah, I mean drawing eight's definitely a lot of fun, especially if you're drawing two battle destinies, one or two otherwise, and just like boom, boom, 16, deal with it.
Yeah. Uh,
So I think one of the reasons Amar played that there they are is just to fish the battle droid out of his deck, just increase the density
yeah.
of eights.
Increase the. I mean, he has a really low reserve deck too. It looks like
Yeah,
so. He probably knows
I mean
what
that
what they are.
effectively adds up to like another 10% chance to draw an eight or something.
It looks like he's activating all of his reserve. Bill is so. I don't think we're gonna see any battles
Yeah,
this
that
turn.
would kind of imply not.
It's there's a six off the top, or it would be an eight off the top. I think Corliga's now outside the range of Hao, so that'll drain a one to get through.
All right, Teihao did move away a bit.
Man, he's got. Oh, Bill just has a lot of characters in hand now. No, wait, no. Yeah, that's his hand. So I saw at least Ahsoka in there. She would obviously provide a lot of forfeit, and she subtracts one from Battle Destiny draws.
I mean, Amar's low on characters in his hand. I guess he's got the B2 he just picked up, but those B2s are so reusable. Like, if the one in space dies, he just picks that back up and is able to play it again next turn. So he's almost never going to run out of characters as long as
Right.
the B2s keep
The
dying.
guns go used, and the
Yeah,
guys go to
yeah,
the
exactly.
droid rack. So. I don't think he's celebrated yet, did he? Yeah. If Ahsoka goes to multi-sleeve, Maul cannot swing her because it's a permanent weapon. But he could try to shoot her with the battle droid gun though,
Hmm.
and an eight would I think would do it.
I think you're right. Yeah, that's an interesting line of play.
All right, here comes the shuffle. So celebrate for two. So all the guys.
Yep.
All right, I think I see a big beat squad
Yeah, I think
coming down to the
I
site
think
this turn.
Why didn't he leave himself any destiny then?
Or I guess a
That's
big,
the thing. Like he
okay,
can play.
okay, the big beat squad is coming, but he won't actually initiate. I guess. I say, oh, there's Cassian, there's Chewie Protector. I guess Chewie doesn't do anything, right? Isn't he just guys that are power less than four?
Yeah, Chewie cancels game text of characters power less than 4.
There's Chirrut. Oh, where's Chirrut going? I don't know. Oh yeah, Chirrut lets you recirculate, so he could still fight this turn.
Okay, cool. And that's on deploy. Cheer does that.
I guess just once per game, may recirculate.
Oh, neato. So he did have a plan after all. We are going to see a fight.
And
That's exciting.
Chewie gives him another use pile pool. He wants to go that route.
And Chewie's Leia's still there. Oh, no, she's in space. Never mind. I'll say Chewie's point minus
Right, so
3 with Leia,
here comes the use pile pool.
but Leia's up in space. Oh, Leia's dead. Never mind.
She was a wounded warrior for a
She
brief
was.
time.
She was a victim of those battle droids.
So yeah, not often you see Chewie Protector go down for the full 5 force. And there's the broken cover for Jin. So
Yep. Just to get the extra modifier on the
so that'll
Battle
be a
Destiny.
so his Tobasti would be +4
Yep.
during this battle.
So there's the recirculate from cheer it, and then the spend 1 to initiate.
Keep your eyes open. So that losing one for that. So no weapons will be
No
fired in this battle.
weapons.
That's a pretty big blow for Amar. Amar's at I think 13 power. Light side is at 10, 13. Oh, Luke's there, right? So we're probably in the mid 20s.
Somewhere around there. I'd guess you're not too far off. A lot of those guys are pretty small. Yeah, that that keep your eyes open is tough, man.
Yeah. Mothma's letting him take his Battle Destiny draw into hand. All right, there's Mon Mothma. That's fun. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 9 for total Battle Destiny. That'll. Oh, Mar gets the 8.
There you go.
That'll probably make him just forfeit 2 guys, though, I would assume. Oh, actually, it's a 7 because Ahsoka is there. So is Chewie a 7? I think Chewie might forfeit for 7.
I think he's only 6. He's 5'6". Yeah, because yeah, he's able to be hit by insurrection. He'd be too good at 7. May as well make him 9. So yeah, that attrition with the
All right, so all right,
modifier.
that's right. It's -1, and it's also +1 again from the Maul, so it is still in fact an 8. So yeah, so he'll probably be all right. 41 power for Bill. Amar's at 21. Is that right? 13 and 8.
Sounds about right.
Oh, I don't know the other. I don't know what I missed. Okay, I didn't miss. Okay, so he's down. He's
I'm not
down.
sure what you missed, but
He's down 20. Guns make it -17. Minus.
I think it's just
Six.
5 on
I
those
think,
guys.
oh, he has the Gick. He has the Gick for the
Okay,
overflow.
that's good for him.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have been too much, like 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah, it would have been in that range of overflow, I think.
But yeah,
But
better not to.
but all right, so this game is definitely kind of flipped into the light side's favor here. They can spread pretty effectively, and still can't drain the cantina, but they can drain it at all those other locations plus the.
Yeah, I mean, Amar's down to just being the system now is all he's got. He's got a few strong ground characters up there, a Battle Droid with a gun and a Lord Sidious.
Yeah, Sirius is still up there. Yeah,
And
Bill doesn't need to worry about those cannons because Bail Organa's there, so they're not going to be doing anything.
yeah, the only ship of that system is a Tantive, which cannot be targeted presently.
All right, now we're gonna shuttling up Lando for another Battle Destiny. Why not? So now he's threatening, I believe, 3 up there. Oh, I think I see a dodge in his hand.
No, first card's a dodge. I'm curious if he leaves the Jin all by herself.
I think so because of the dodge. All right.
Okay, yeah, so he picked up. Did you see who that went up to space? Somebody went up to space. Maybe Lando Scoundrel, actually.
Lando was the
That
first.
would probably be the one
Lando
that
was
made
the
the most
first one.
sense.
Lando was the first one he shuttled up. But I think someone else may have gone up too. Was it just Lando, Dan, or did somebody else come up? Either way, that's now 3 destinies that he's threatening
Yeah,
in space.
and
Which
lots
is
of extra forfeit. Diplo really does not want to lose that system.
oh, and Ahsoka's up there
Oh,
too.
Ahsoka as well, because she's doing the -1 on the Battle Destiny draws.
Yeah.
So yeah, both those guys have very applicable text to fighting in the space theater.
So yes, not a real good battle Amar to
Yeah,
battle
I have
into.
a hard time imagining that he picks this fight with Bill having 3 destinies showing.
And Amar can draw.
You could also just dump a ton of blaster rifles on that droid there and fight anyways and say whatever. Here's 12 forfeit.
Right. So Amar can draw, I think, two. And if he has the Destiny's track, that could be a 7/7, which is
hmm
still
Yeah, that would.
pretty nice. Although he does have a lot of forfeit fodder up there.
Oh, is that right, Nick? You can only forfeit 1 blaster
Oh,
per character.
yeah, I think for consequential loss, I think it's once per. I think it is once per character.
Oh yeah, it does say each of your characters may forfeit 1 of its weapons.
The dreaded one rule. Well, he
That's
hasn't.
not even the 1 rule though, because it doesn't mention a phase, right? Similar to it.
So Amar's definitely a little bit of a lock here. Like Bill isn't that strong on the ground right now, but he's got evasion. Dodge can be played at either spot where he is vulnerable.
And Crazy Carlos is asking, doesn't Amar have to go now before the Bright Hope comes down? Which I think is kind of a valid question. I mean, the Bright Hope's not going to make things any better, but I feel like it's already kind of an uphill fight he's looking at. And we do see the Bright Hope in
I
Bill's
almost
hand
feel like
there.
it's I almost feel like it might be better for Amar to head to. I guess if you go to Chandrilla,
Yeah,
you could drain for two, but then
I don't think the
but then,
battle
but then,
here
then the
is
drain of two then the
is
drain of
the
two
right
goes
thing to
through
do.
there. We have not seen Guri yet, so I don't. So I kind of don't think Guri is here.
Okay,
It's
so
coming.
a B2 comes
All right,
down
B2's
to
coming down to the moisture farm
the
to
farm to deal with Jin,
try to fight Jin.
and we'll probably see the dodge.
I'm assuming Dodge is going to come in here.
Yeah, I mean, Invasion does like
Oh,
Guri a
oh,
lot.
there is Guri. There we go.
Yeah, yeah, there she is.
So that helps
That
things.
might change the
That helps
math here
things in
enough.
space a little bit actually, because now you're capping it
Yeah,
with
yeah.
just one, and I don't think it's a lot of power.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying I think that changes the math enough that you can make that.
So battle on the ground first. There's the dodge. That is a react.
Dodge is a
If he
react,
had
yes.
if he had another get combo, he could stop that.
Yep, so there goes the Gick to cancel
Oh,
it.
which he does
Yeah,
have.
he's been holding that since like turn 1.
I didn't realize he had two.
I guess you're right. I forgot he did play the one of them.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So if he has no Haldrix, this could be a little bit interesting.
So that is a hit, I believe. Yep.
But don't they just make forfeit like -2 or
Minus
-3?
4, I think, actually. And he flips a 5, not an 8. Still pretty decent, though.
So that's like
And
power
Jin's draw, of
9.
course,
Hey,
is plus a bunch.
there won't be
So,
any
yeah,
overflow,
I don't think you're seeing any overflow
but
here.
it'll just clear the site.
Gun goes to use, droid goes to the racks,
Jin dies.
Jin goes to the lost pile, and Lamar gets to
I
show
believe,
him
I
his
believe
hand.
that means Bill gets to see his hand, right?
Oh,
But
unless he forgot.
he may have forgotten that
May have
text.
forgotten. Nothing too exciting going on there. Looks like Battle Droid drop gun interrupt.
So now it's a little more interesting in space. Mark can draw two destinies. Light side can only draw
Yeah,
one.
we fighting there? He picked the fight already?
Oh, and I see.
Oh,
Oh, we got
boy.
there's
Ouch, ouch,
eight.
ouch.
So those are 7/7.
Right, because Ahsoka.
So that's 14. 14
Still
power
14's a
plus. Man, I don't know what the other base power
14's
is.
quite a bit of forfeit.
Yeah, I'm saying the bow damage might be worth the 14 too, though. Although Bill's adding 3 to his total battle destiny.
But still, Mara's just going to forfeit the guns and stuff. I don't think Amar is losing anything consequential here.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
You could say all his losses are inconsequential.
He has 2 green cards, I think, in space.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think those will be the 2 appeals.
Bill's reading Newt Gunray. His text. He is with the Trade Federation guy. Pretty sure. Sidious is up
Yeah,
there.
Sidious is up there still. I didn't actually check Teihao to see if Teihao is Trade Federation in lore. If Sidious leaves, I'll check it. But
All right, so 14 attrition. I think Ahsoka's like a 7. I think Antilles is like a 5. It's probably like 3 people who are going to have to get peeled here.
I feel like 2 of the big guys might be able to cover it because Lando's a 7, right?
That's right. That's right. So Ahsoka Lando might
Yeah,
do it.
Ahsoka Lando might do it. What's Mothma's forfeit? She's
5 or
is it
6.
only 5 or 6?
Let's check. Tehal does have it.
Okay, there you go.
Tehal
So
yeah.
Teihao will add a Destiny with Newt Gunray, whether or not Sidious is there.
And Mothma is a 5.
5.
5
The
forfeit.
non-virtual one is the non-virtual like an 8 forfeit or something.
Yes.
Yeah, non-virtual's got crazy forfeit. That's why I was confused.
Wow, that's your war room.
All right,
All
so
right.
looks
So
like we lost
lost
Lando.
the two green cards. Was it Lando and Ahsoka? I only see is only 2 characters left on the Tanev.
It looks like it's only 2. I imagine Bale and
Maybe Antilles is probably the other one.
Antilles. Yeah.
So pretty good battle for Amar there.
Yeah,
He
flipping, drawing
lost
2 8s
almost
for Battle
nothing.
Destiny will do it. Yeah, Bale and Antilles are the 2
Oh,
remaining
so
on the
it was
Tantive.
actually 15 total attrition because of the B2 droid. So what is Ahsoka then? Ahsoka
Oh, okay. So Lando and Ahsoka were only 7, so that extra 1
14. So did
attrition
they?
really was a break
Oh,
point.
Mothma
Yeah,
went too.
so you
So
had to lose 3 guys because of that extra 1 attrition. That sucks.
that's pretty huge.
Yeah. I mean, drawing just enough to peel 3 guys out of there. Yeah, makes a big difference.
Okay, they're getting. I'll check how much force it saved there. Hey, Dan, can we get a rough check on life totals? If you just ballpark it, where do you think we are? Oh,
Bat mouse.
oh, I think time was just called.
Yeah, and we definitely hear time called.
So White side will get a turn here. I'm assuming White side is up on diff here, and they will retrieve at least 2 due to the shuffle. Gotta be frustrating for Mark. I'm sure he feels like he's got some momentum coming back his way here, but yeah, they have no time left to finish this one out. So Marl just lose everything that he can from hand. Tehal does not work there, Amar.
Yep,
So
Tejao's too far away to hit Chandrilla.
So there's the shuffle. I think Bill's got this.
Yeah, I have a hard time imagining that Amar has more life force than he does. Oh, well, actually, Dan says Bill's got 19, Amar's got 23. We
Oh,
just saw
wow.
him get 2 back, and he's got Walkling as well. But that's still not going to be enough
Okay, well,
if those numbers are correct.
he may have more used interrupts and stuff
Yeah,
in his
used
hand,
interrupts
though.
maybe. Antilles maneuver or something.
It's going to be extremely close then.
Hopefully it doesn't come down to loss piles. Always feels bad to lose a game on loss piles. Also, there is a possibility he could win the battle, retrieve another card with the objective. If he's able to, because Bright Hope's doing subtraction from the power, right?
He has no reserve deck. He's not gonna battle here.
Oh, and already burned his cheer at once per game.
Yep. And it looks like he did not pop Lockling yet, or if he did, he didn't tap it. Lockling is still all uprightish.
Bill's taking a step away from the table for a minute here.
He's probably asking questions about ties or something. I think we're in a potential true tie territory here.
Yeah. I mean, if the lost piles are close, we could. What is it after lost piles? Did we add something else, or is it just coin flip after lost piles? Didn't we add cards in hand?
I think we added hand size.
Yeah, I thought we added something else.
They're counting lost piles. Yeah, I think it's hand size after that. I think.
Yeah, it should be something before a coin flip. Like
Amara's 13 and lost. Bill probably.
Bill's got to have less than that with the retrieval. Yeah, there's no way Bill has 13 and lost.
All right, so I think Whiteside's probably got this.
If he's able to get to the
All right,
same.
there's the
Okay.
walk. There's the walkling pop.
And used interrupts. Oh, nope, I guess they already figured it out. It's going to lost
I guess
piles.
Amar might have used interrupts too.
That's true. He could just play a. Oh,
Oh, fist bump.
there's a fist bump.
So I'm assuming we're assuming Diplo got it. Is that true,
That's
Dan?
my guess. Yeah, I mean, if they were comparing lost piles and then fist bumping, it had to be a tie, and
So
then Diplo got
it
it on
was a tie.
tiebreakers.
It was a tie with the lost piles. So Diplo won. Bill Pittman advances due to
Wow,
having fewer cards than lost. So
that
wow.
sucks. Lamar was really doing everything he could to start turning that game around.
Yeah, it just took both players a while to really start pushing
Yeah,
damage
Diplo's
through it.
definitely a
And there
slow
was a lot,
deck.
there was a lot of retrieval that really just
Yeah.
prolonged that game. So wow, congratulations to Bill and a
Yeah, definitely.
hard fought win, and we'll try to get him in the booth here in a few minutes to break this down a little bit. Really, really interesting game. Something you don't see on stream every day. Or
The Destiny 8 Battle Droid Blaster Rifles.
tons of fun.
Anything you think Amar could have done differently?
I don't think he had a whole lot of other characters in hand to really go down with. He, I guess he didn't need all those guys up as potential forfeit fodder in space. Actually, he could have potentially shuttled some down to do a little bit more damage, but I guess that might not have really worked out in his favor, though.
I wonder if picking up the Sidious was a mistake.
That was
Because like that Sidious,
that's what I was
I
kind
could
of getting
totally
at.
get picking up the droid because he's got good forfeit, goes to the racks and stuff. But the Sidious, like he's pretty damn safe sitting by himself,
Right,
and he didn't need like once we checked Tay How, we realized it wasn't for the Trade Federation tag.
right. I think Sirius might be better on the ground. Yeah, hold that site and
And like, who cares if Jin breaks cover and comes at you? Like, just exclude her or the most threatening guy. You're immune to attrition.
exactly. Try your eight
I mean,
for
and of course,
Goddess.
I'm not saying that way, but enough to win him the game. I'm just trying to find something he could have done because it was a pretty damn close one. At least when time was called.
Yeah, I feel
Would have
like
liked to have seen that one play out. Honestly, I would have kept watching that.
yeah, that was really interesting. All right, looks like Bill's getting ready to leave the table. So you went
Yeah, I'll take care. I'll do the interview
okay,
unless
okay.
you want to. Either way's fine.
I'll see you guys back in a little bit.
Well, yeah, I think we've got Bill on his way out here pretty soon to have a little chat. If you guys got any questions in the chat that you would like Bill to answer, or any questions at all you want me to try and find the answer out to while we got some time in between rounds here, please just say the word, post your questions in chat. How's it going, Bill? Doing well. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Yeah, we were both a little bit unfamiliar with each other's decks. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I
could
was
see a
gonna
lot
say,
of
is that a? I'm guessing that wasn't the matchup you had a game plan for.
No, I just kind of figured don't attack him much, so that he can't just keep looping droids. But that didn't really come up. And I'm playing a lot of evasion, so I just kind of wanted to get on board and then run away.
Yeah,
and
you did get on board
retrieve.
very quickly. Your
Yeah.
setup was very fast, and we were kind of saying we thought Amar was a little behind, and then he started turning things around a little bit,
Yeah, he
getting his
did,
battle
and,
droids and stuff, taking over Tatooine sites, and kind of boxing you into the Cantina Shuffle.
Yep.
But you were able to make some headway there, breaking down the OWO1 and stuff. How do you think the game would have gone if you had kept playing it out, if time hadn't been called?
I told him it depends on what's on the bottom of his deck, I think, because I'm just going to stack Tatooine again. I've got Cassian to cancel one of his battle destinies.
Yeah, canceling an 8's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and then so on his turn, it just depends on what's on the bottom, what he activates to. I would have moved Gold Leader up too now that his starship weapon was gone. I might have should have done that anyway. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
tough call.
I would have been curious to play it. I think eventually I
I
would
would
have
have
had
been curious to watch
I
it,
would have
too.
had to give up Tatooine probably. is
Yeah,
my
that's
guess.
what I was wondering, if he was going to be able to get enough to edge you out there.
I think, but he still wasn't really doing any damage. So I lose Celebration. I guess I don't know. Then we're just chasing each other around a little bit from there. The shuffle. I had Corrin Horn in hand. I put Corrin
Okay, that
Horn.
was another thing we were wondering.
I put Corrin back with Vanden Willard the turn before he played U3PO.
Oh, poor timing.
And then I miscounted. I tried to draw it back the
Tried to
next
get it
turn
back out, okay.
and missed it. I think I missed it by 1 card.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've
But then I
definitely done that
drew
before.
into it. So I just didn't have the force to play it with the Chirrut turn.
That cheer turn was really well played, by the way.
I love Chirrut and Diplo. I didn't used to have him in there, but just being able to activate, dump your hand, and then recirculate.
Yeah, that was
really
definitely
good.
a huge swing turn for you. Like I said, I think that was actually the turn that I was talking about where you managed to start taking Tatooine back a little bit because he was starting to box you into the cantina,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Chirrut came down with the recirculate, and you took that huge battle and cleared out the OW01 in that in the Darth Maul.
I think even if I have to abandon Tatooine, I've got the Cantina Shuffle from there, and the drains are 2 and 2 until he brings OO back down, I guess.
Yeah, I think if you're able to hold on to Tatooine for a few more turns, the retrieval probably just gets you far enough ahead that you can afford to lose it at that point and still just kind of coast to a win.
Yeah, I think so. And he got really low in hand, so I knew he wasn't. I had the second Hoojix, but I knew I didn't need to save force for it at that point, really. So I think I could have even spread further and just have Battle Destiny plus 5 or 6 everywhere.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't have a second
is...
Wounded Warrior. But yeah, I knew that was the grab for sure.
The Wounded Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I got to draw Battle Destiny. That's I got power 3 guys, but if they're drawing Battle Destiny plus 5 or 6, that they can just sit by themselves.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So it looks like we got a question from Crazy Carlos, who's had some good insights so far in a couple of the games we've been watching. He wants to know what you made you choose Diplo. It seems weak to map and bring him before me.
Okay, first reason is I'm not in very good practice.
Okay.
I haven't been playing a ton, and when I do, it's on GIMP. I haven't played cards in paper since probably 2019, summer
Pre-pandemic
2019.
days.
Yeah, but even before that, I was just kind of out of it for a bit. So I decided pretty early I wanted to play decks that I have touched in paper before, and I didn't really have anybody to play with in paper leading up to this. So that was a big thing. But also, I think Diplo's actually all right against Map. I've got Menace Fades. I've got a lot of evasion. Map can dump a lot of power and then run out of steam, I think. And I've got Kanan for the finalizer. I think I can win.
Yep.
I can win the system. And yeah, I think Map's okay. Bring him and probably hunt down our rough. I've got a lot of evasion. That's kind of the plan, is just stay away from getting beat down.
Yeah, the Brigham builds are really tough these days with
I
all the
think
extra destinies and the bonuses to total battle destiny.
I think I lose to Brigham,
You end up forfeiting just a ton of stuff.
but I think I'm okay with that. I'm actually playing Brigham for Dark.
How's that working out for you?
It's 3-0.
Right on. And your light side's 2 and
2
1?
and 1, yeah.
So, yeah, you're doing pretty well at 5
I
and
lost
1.
to
Well, good
Tom
showing.
Hayes, CCT.
All right, well, sounds like I better let you go because we got the pairings up
Okay,
now.
all right.
But
Thanks.
I appreciate taking the time to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to us.
See
And
y'all.
congratulations on the win. Best of luck going forward. All right, pairings are up. I think it's my turn to rotate to sideline commentary here. 5 and 1. No, we got 2 more rounds. There should be 1 round and then another round after that round. And that round will be the final round.